Welcome back to the Gentle Pause, a safe space for you to put down your burden and rest. We aim to accompany you with our light stories so you can listen to the story while you rest without needing to watch the video. Before we begin, take a deep breath, make yourself comfortable, and let your body release its weight. Enjoy your gentle pause. The messages you never sent. Tonight, your phone is quiet. No notifications, no messages waiting. Just a soft glow in the dark, resting in your hand. You open your notes, your drafts, old conversations that never happened. There are messages you never sent. Not because they were meaningless, but because they felt too heavy, too fragile, or too important to release. You scroll slowly. Each message is a small piece of your past, written in moments that felt too big for speaking. There is a message to your mother. You typed it late at night, when the house was quiet and your thoughts were loud. You wrote, "I'm sorry I don't call more often. You wrote, Tara. You wrote, "I'm sorry I don't call more often." You stared at the words for a long time. You wondered if she would feel sad reading it. You wondered if it would make things awkward, so you never sent it. Instead, you told yourself you would call tomorrow. And tomorrow became next week. And next week became someday. The message stayed here, waiting in silence. There's another message to your father. You wrote, "Thank you for working so hard for us." It felt simple, but somehow too vulnerable. You thought about how he never talks much about feelings. You thought about how he shows care in quiet actions, fixing things, driving you places, checking if you ate. You worried the words might feel strange, so you saved them for a day that felt more appropriate. That day never arrived, and the message remained unsent. There is a message to both of them. You typed, "I'm trying my best. I hope you are proud of me." You didn't know how they would respond. You didn't know if you wanted to hear the answer. So you kept the message here, tucked away among other drafts, like a letter folded neatly, but never mailed. You scrolled further. There are messages written when you were younger. Short ones, clumsy ones. I miss home. I'm tired. I'm scared. You never sent those either. You thought you needed to be strong, independent, fine. So you let the words stay in your phone instead of letting them reach the people who raised you. Sometimes it feels easier to talk to strangers than to parents. Not because you love them less, but because you love them so much that the words feel too delicate. You find a message written after an argument. You typed, "I didn't mean what I said." You remember the tone of the room, the silence afterward, the way everyone pretended nothing happened the next day. You thought about sending the message. You thought about reopening the conversation. But you were tired. So, you chose quiet instead. And the message stayed here, unseen, unsent. There is a message written on your birthday. You typed, "Thank you for giving me life. Even when it's hard, I'm grateful." You felt emotional that day, but you didn't know how to say it out loud. So you typed it, then closed the app. The gratitude stayed locked inside your phone and inside you. You scroll slowly. The room is quiet. The night listens without interrupting. You realize something. These unsent messages are not signs of distance. They are signs of care that didn't know how to speak. They are love, written in draft form. Affection, written in whispers instead of voices. You find a message written recently. You wrote, "I hope you're happy." You thought about their sacrifices, their tired faces, their quiet worries about you. You wanted to tell them they could rest, that you would be okay, that their effort mattered. But you are worried they might worry more. So you saved the message and closed the app. There is a message to your younger self. You wrote, "They tried their best, even if they didn't understand everything." You never shared this thought with anyone. It was just something you realized, sitting alone at night. Parents are complicated. Children are complicated. Love is complicated. Sometimes, the deepest feelings are the ones we never say. You keep scrolling. You find a message you wrote after moving away. You typed, "I miss the way the house used to feel." You thought about familiar sounds. Dishes clinking, TV playing in the background, footsteps in the hallway. You didn't send it. You didn't want to sound homesick. You wanted to prove you could stand on your own. So the message stayed here, quiet and private. There is a message written during a difficult time. You typed, "I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying." You thought about asking for advice. You thought about asking for comfort. But you are worried about being a burden. So you stayed quiet. And the message stayed unsent. You notice how many drafts are about them. How many things you wanted to say. How many things you felt but never expressed. And yet, they are still part of you, still shaping you, still quietly present in your life. You place the phone down for a moment. The room is dark. Your breathing is slow. Somewhere, your parents are sleeping too, or working late, or living their own quiet lives. They don't know about these drafts. They don't need to. The messages are not demands. They are gentle echoes of connection. You pick up the phone again. You read a message written in a calm moment. You typed, "I love you," even when I don't know how to show it. You smile softly. Some feelings are too big for everyday conversations, so they live quietly in notes, in thoughts, in the pauses between words. You realize something else. Unsent messages are not wasted. They shape how you feel. They shape how you act. They shape the quiet kindness in your tone. Even if they never leave your phone, they still exist in the world in a quiet way. You scroll to the oldest draft. You barely remember writing it. It says, "I want to be someone you can be proud of." You don't remember the day, but you remember the feeling. A quiet wish. A quiet promise. Tonight, you don't need to send anything. You don't need to explain anything. The messages can stay unsent. The feelings can stay gentle. And you can rest. You close the Notes app. You place your phone face down. The room is still. The night is soft. Somewhere in the digital darkness, the messages remain. Not as regrets, not as mistakes, but as proof that you cared. You lie down. You imagine a world where messages don't need to be sent to be real, where feelings don't need to be spoken to exist, where love can be quiet and still be love. The night continues. Your breathing slows. Your thoughts become softer. The unsent messages fade into the background like stars you don't need to name. And for now, it is enough to know that you felt something, that you cared, that you paused. You don't need to send anything tonight. You only need to rest. Thank you once again for joining us in our journey to the dream realm. Please support us by liking this video and subscribe to our channel. Let us know of your experience and your feedback for us to improve ourselves in this journey together. Hopefully, we will meet again in our next journey. Good night, and we will see you in your next pause.